Okay. Hello, welcome to another hold on one second. Can you hear me? Yes. Um welcome to another episode of the Coconut Connection. My name is G. I don't have anything to say. That's okay.
This is Jade, and we are in Mercury
Yeah,
retrograde. So that says it all.
and we're like experimenting with this setup this weekend.
Yes.
We're gonna give each other grace on that. So today I instead of doing our regular high low, I wanted to like practice my intuitive skills and do a reading on live in a sense right now. I'm gonna with Joe's with edit. With Jade's permission, I was hoping to do a reading before we started our conversation about horoscopes because that's the topic.
Yes. And I'm always game. I'm always game because G's so good
Ah,
at this
thank
stuff.
you.
And I've been wanting a reading. So this is
Oh,
this. Yeah. See, I was going to
awesome.
call you. Like, you know what? I need a reading. But I was like, I'm going to wait because I don't know what's going on
I
with
was
the
in
show.
You're welcome. I'm on a roll with
I'm
just
telling
giving
you.
all the gifts to
I'm
everybody.
telling you, this is you are doing your job.
I think that's all for it. Okay. I'm gonna do a general. We haven't talked really about what's been going on lately, like at least with Jade. Um, so I thought, okay, let me see if I can really practice like being in tune. And so I've been let me just take some breaths and calm down. Both of us can calm
Yes, I
down.
put that. I'm wearing my amethyst crystal. So
Okay.
I'm putting out that
Okay.
peaceful, like I'm trying to receive.
Okay. Let's see. Just a general query. Let's see. Interesting. Interesting because all three cards have swords in them.
Ooh.
What does that mean? Let's see. I feel like this is like a transit, like a forward transition because it's like um so it's like the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, and then the Queen of Swords, and like it's kind of like goes almost in order. I think with the Emperor is like where you've been, and then the Knight of Swords is where you kind of are in right now, and then this is the ultimate like Queen of Swords is the goal, right? If everything goes well. Um but it's all swords, and so I'm thinking like it could be a belief system, it could be like the things that you know, like wisdom, knowledge. Um so I'm thinking like this is a place where you want to be like the emperor, like knowing how to do the right things, or having the authority, yeah, the authority to do what's right.
Okay.
um and right now you're in this is okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb. You're moving, or you're taking action to kind of find whatever wisdom or authority that you're seeking. And if you keep going and doing that you will eventually be the Queen of Swords, which is like wisdom of and honesty. Like that's the one that's coming through, like being honest with people or honest with yourself?
Hmm.
I'm getting like this has to do more about honesty because I was first thinking like power, the power of knowing things, which could be very much that. But I think it's also like the power of knowing yourself and trying to be honest with yourself.
Chills, girl, chills. That is exactly like it's funny. It's exactly
Yeah.
where I know it is because I am in this really searching for the truth. Okay, it's not so much the truth. It's
Uh-huh.
trying to do the right
Oh
thing.
my gosh. Yeah.
Trying to do the right thing, but really being and mostly being honest with myself. Like, and that's the hardest part, right?
Mhm.
Because, you know, being honest with yourself doesn't mean everybody's happy and everybody's great.
Yeah.
Like but this is the energy. The night
Like
is
it's
the
like be careful what you ask for 'cause
yes,
it's gonna be
yes.
harsh.
And it's like the night is right action, like you said.
Yes.
It's searching. It's
Yeah,
it's
you're
out.
doing it
It's
actively.
it's rushing towards whatever, and
Mhm.
that is what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to really seek. I'm seeking
Mhm.
that truth. I'm seeking that what is it that I need, that wisdom, and it's really tough. Like
Yeah.
it's hard, like, and yes, I'd love to be like the queen where I'm kind of like in that where I know things and I sit in that,
Right.
but this
Sit
is interesting.
in
The
the
emperor
know.
part is interesting because is
Yeah.
this, you said this is what
This is
I
like
was or where
yeah,
where I'm
like
going. I can't remember
this
what.
is like the recent past in my mind.
Oh, the recent
In
past.
my
Oh,
mind,
okay,
like the
okay,
recent past, like maybe like the reason why you like what started this journey of like
okay.
wanting to know the truth because
Mm,
the emperor just knows like has the wisdom and experience to make decisions for their empire, right?
mm-hmm.
So I look from it from like a place of like wanting to know things, and I feel like this is a personal thing rather than
It's
like
very personal.
I want to,
Yes.
rule my empire or my my job,
Mm-hmm.
even people. I think this has more to do with, like I said, the word kept on coming with honesty and truth.
Those are the hardest things to face. Really,
Yeah, because
honesty and
you
truth
might
are
want to
hardest things.
know the truth, but then it's not. It could be very
It's very painful. It
well,
should be
like
painful.
with growth can be very painful,
Yes.
right? Like
Yes.
growth can be super painful, but you because you're growing, you're gonna learn from it.
And I'm a person that, like, I try to avoid the truth sometimes. Like I'm a person that, like, I'd rather distract myself and delude myself from the truth
Yes.
than face it and, have those honest conversations and have those even with myself, have the honest conversation with myself, have them with, my loved ones, have
Mhm.
them with because it's very painful and I don't deal with
Yeah. I'm
painful
like, oh,
emotions.
this is not like furry. Up there's not furry, nice and fuzzy. Like
No, no.
uh,
It's interesting that they all have swords.
they all have
Ooh,
swords.
it's because I am in the mind. It's like in the mind. Like I am
Okay.
like it's tough, girl. It's tough.
Okay. So what energy? Let's see, what energy to get this done other than action? I think let me pull from the bottom just because it was left there. Okay, so you need the Eight of Wands. Well, a lot of action. More action. Get out of your get out of your feelings. More action.
I don't want to do it now. I don't want
Oops. Oops. And they have spoken.
to.
Thank you.
They know me so well. They know me so well.
It
I
could
would
have been any other thing. But yeah, I would have to say it was I think it was honest. Honesty
yes.
is the word that
Truth, honesty, honesty.
yeah. So
You did
that
say honesty. You were big on honesty. That
yeah,
yeah.
I was like, I
Mhm.
think the word that I was using was honesty, but yeah, the swords usually have to talk about some kind of, you know, uh truth
Mm.
and knowledge and wisdom. And it's all about the way you're thinking. It's the air. It's the air element. Your beliefs.
It's that it's
Yeah.
that Libra moon and
Yeah.
Gemini Venus.
Yes.
Damn air signs.
Yes.
Damn air
Yep.
signs.
Air. I know. Well, well, the ones just said there's going to be a lot of things happening, and that you have to do
Oh.
it. You have to do all the trials that you need.
Spirit, why?
I know. So, today's really easygoing uh topic is horoscopes. So I thought let's do backward horoscopes. We've done it before.
Oh,
So I thought we haven't done it in a
yes.
while. So let me search for horoscope, but for April. Horoscope.
Okay.
And then let's see how well it matches up. If it doesn't, then okay. Then if it does, then that's interesting.
What's crazy? It's almost May.
Yeah. So we can look back
Oh
um
my gosh.
on April. Let me put April. Because I have it on my computer, but it's all the way over there. I think I was looking at Vice. It's not something that I usually look at. So take it with a grain of salt if this applies to you. If it doesn't apply to you, we're just doing it for fun. So I thought, okay, let's do Taurus for this month.
Okay.
So let's see, because we only have one more week, right, of April.
Yes. Wild.
So let's see how much it masses it. It starts off. It's a powerful time to explore your psyche. Okay.
No.
No. Okay. There's a lot, so I'm gonna not read it all, but let's see. So Aries season finds the sun lighting up a very private, sensitive sector of your chart, Taurus, and you're craving quality time alone with yourself, more rest, and the opportunity to explore your spirituality.
Truth.
Okay.
True.
This can be a powerful time for meditation, journaling, making art, and connecting with your inner voice. You could be exploring your psyche in some deep and meaningful way and learning some secret hidden things. You can feel called to go on a silent retreat or someplace secluded, surrounded by natural wonders.
I think I have to do that. Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that
Yes,
too, like
yes.
going out in nature. I think that's
Touch grass. You need to touch grass.
touch grass. And I think that's something that we both have to work on. That going out in nature and grounding yourself with
Solitary. Yes.
Yeah.
And solitary. I really feel that big being alone with myself.
Not on TikTok.
Feeling. Yeah. Well, now that's a little pushing it. That's pushing it
I
a
love
little.
that. You're like, wait, hold on. Baby steps, baby steps. Okay, let's see. What else is interesting here? Okay, so Mercury enters your sign. Mercury in your sign can find you feeling sharper, finding words for something that's been on the tip of your tongue for a while now. Also, it keeps on talking about the secret and that you are boosting important research on something hidden.
I am, but if I say it, wouldn't be as
I know. Don't say it.
no, I
Let's see. Full moon in Libra, they mentioned it, takes place on April 6th, illuminating a busy, productive sector of your chart. A gig or project could be wrapping up, or in your personal life, you might be achieving a goal or letting go of an old routine.
Okay.
Okay. So it talks about, being productive, reworking your schedule, and about teamwork, because it says Libra is all about teamwork.
Yeah, work has been we've been really trying to focus on getting together as a collective, kind of like a union-ish sort of thing.
Okay, so this one's going to speak to you, I know, because it's Aries season in general can find you a bit checked out from your chores. And this full moon brings your attention back to your to-do list, if briefly, to make sure you're still on track. It knows
Very
so well.
briefly.
Very, very briefly.
Very, very.
And very checked out.
Yeah, that's perfect. Wow.
Let's see. Then it talks about Venus. Your ruling planet is Venus, so that's your you know that. So that's why you're always like it's a romantic. You have a romantic lens, right? So this can be a whimsical, dreamy time to connect with a crush or lover. You might feel.
No, we're gonna edit.
You might feel particularly popular or glamorous, and excitement could pop up in your social life. Okay. And it says,
I'm on time though, so that's
yeah, the retrograde started on April 21st, could be revisited and reworked once the retrograde begins.
begin. Oh, I guess to go back in within, is that the
Mhm.
inward?
Um, let's see.
It sucks because it ends after my birthday. So I'm like, man, I gotta celebrate after. Like I gotta celebrate after.
Yeah. Okay, so everything. I mean,
Interesting.
yeah, I'm not gonna read the rest, but if you ever want to know,
Accurate.
I
Accurate.
this is from Vice.com. Um, okay, wait. Solar eclipse, which just happened, brings radical changes. All solar eclipses, right? Powerful new beginning could take place. The discussions and meetings happening at this time could feel destined or contain information that forever alters your way of thinking.
It's the tower, dude. I'm telling you, I keep pulling the damn tower. It's like I change
Because you're not, maybe there's something that you're not listening to. You might have a dream or intuitive insight that has a profound impact on you and your decisions. You could be connecting with your psyche and discovering something unexpected and incredible about yourself. Okay.
You know, I think I gotta embrace the hermit, the hermit in me. Like
solitude.
literally like forever. I think I have to be a hermit forever. Like I have to go on this journey through life and like
Mhm.
travel the world and be a freaking monk or something. And you know,
Well, this is interesting. So it talks about, you know, how Mercury retrograde begins in Taurus on April
yes.
21st, which might find you having second thoughts about some of the discussions that took place over the last few weeks. You could feel like you want to restate your opinions or revisit a conversation. You may be running into people from your past or revisiting a past version of yourself. And it says astrologers typically advise against doing anything that requires deep focus or attention.
Yeah.
During retrograde.
That's why I'm like not making any decisions. I'm not trying to,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of staying within myself, just grounding myself, you know, just trying to stay away from people, stay away from decisions, stay away from, you know, reflect. I'm reflecting,
Mhm.
but I know that I should not and cannot make any decisions until like say like the 19th, like
Mhm.
the 20th, I guess, when they, because it ends on the 14th, but you got to give it time to get back up to its
Mhm.
power, right?
Yeah.
So the 19th, 20th, and then it's our year, girl. And then from 20 to 2024, we're good. It's good.
Yeah. All right. So I looked up mine.
Okay, yes.
And let's see. Exciting. It says the sun in Aries illuminates the sector of your chart that rules travel, learning, and new experiences. I don't know about travel.
Okay.
Commuting, and not travel.
New experiences?
I don't know about, well, yeah, I guess, but I've been having a new experience for the last 11 months. Exciting new opportunities could come your way, and your reach is growing. Your words can be influential at this time.
Yes.
You might be traveling or planning your next adventure. You could be working on publishing something or find yourself wowing crowds at speaking engagements.
Oh, there you go. You're wowing the crowd, girl. You're empowering the masses.
Your focus may also be on school, or you might simply be eager to learn about new topics. It's funny because I had an opportunity to speak on social media about one of the things that we've been fighting for our contract. And it was the one day, it was like we were doing marathon like bargaining. It was like, and the one day that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna roll out of bed and wear my glasses because we might stay all night.
Yeah.
And that's when they asked me to go. I'm like, I looked at person like, the one day I don't have makeup on.
Of course.
I was like, I don't have any makeup on. I just like, and you know, it was just like, I'll call you. I'll call you next time. You know, like when we're ready, we'll take a couple takes. We're not gonna let you look bad. I'm like, so initially, I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah,
You know, because I know I can pull it out. But then my energy was saying, no.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm irritated,
Yeah.
which is basically maybe somebody that, but I don't know if I'm the best speaker because I'm the best speaker if you want to get mad at stuff, right?
Yeah.
But like when I saw the other people that they did their posts, they're very like calm and like, this is what we fought for and this is why. And, and I'm like, yeah, see, I'm so glad I said no to that. I saw him. I'm like, I'm reneging on that. And he just smiled at me and like, call me when I have my face on next time. Find somebody else. Communication planet Mercury enters Taurus and activates the sector that rules your career, finding you sharing or receiving news about your work.
All right.
Okay. News about your achievements may spread. Let's see.
All over the news.
I know, all over the news.
All over social media.
I know. A power dynamic is shifting. Important information may come to light. Mercury connects with Saturn in Pisces. Yeah. So yeah, this is all of the things
Yeah.
that I'm doing with bargaining.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You might hear from someone or reach out to someone you've been wanting to speak with. This is true. A lot of people that I
Ooh.
haven't talked to are kind of texting me because they want to know
Yeah.
about all the things that we're doing in bargaining. You can feel mentally busy, perhaps juggling paperwork and phone calls. So take time away to rest as you can and cut down on screen time. You know what? I have been doing that because of the fact that this is so intense that I have
Yeah.
to take moments of like not
I
talking,
can't even imagine.
being
It's
quiet.
a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So I encourage anybody to come to the light.
Yeah.
Um okay. So let's see. The love part talks about beauty and pleasure can be discovered in the most mundane every day. That's true. And perhaps unexpected places. This is also a powerful time to express gratitude to people who support you. This is true. This is exactly what I try to do. Like, because it's the little things that
Yeah.
make a big difference.
But you're always grateful for things that people do for
Yeah.
you are.
So let's see. The travel thing is the only one that doesn't resonate with me. This like
Okay.
travel. I've been not doing nothing but commuting, like on the 10 freeway on fast track.
That's
So
travel. That's travel.
count that okay, let's see. Gosh, this is a long one. I'm not gonna read all this. Excitement in your social
It's like
life.
it's so trippy how every time we've done this,
Mm-hmm.
it always like happen. Like a lot of it is relates.
Mm-hmm.
Because reading it beforehand, I wonder if that
Yeah, like
influences your
influences you.
So that's what I should do is I should wait till the end and
Yeah, and
realize,
really
like,
see. The
okay.
solar eclipse in fellow fire sign Aries takes place. We know that, in which can find you embarking on an adventure you never expected. You might learn something new that totally alters your worldview. You could be exploring your spirituality in some deep way, or visiting a place, or exploring a subject that stirs something deep within. Okay.
But you're always exploring though. You're
Yeah.
always looking to expand like your what you know, what you don't know, and
Okay. There's nothing else. It just keeps on saying that there's like a lot of like people contacting you and like having a social life and all this stuff, which you know what I have been
yeah.
only because like I've been like really compelled to celebrate because my thing is like, oh, I have to wait till this. I wait till
Yes.
this passes, or we have to wait till,
Yes.
and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna celebrate now.
Yeah.
Like I've started, like this weekend I got
Good.
invited to a birthday party, and I was like, I really should just sleep. I should just really sleep and not put makeup on. And
Yeah.
I was like, but then a part of me is like, you need to celebrate, even though it's her birthday.
Yes.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go, and I was happy I did because
good.
we got to cheers.
Yeah.
She was like, "Thank you so much for the agreement." And I was like, I needed to hear that.
Aw.
There was there was a bunch of other people there
Yeah.
that was like, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk about work right now." I was like, "It's fine." I was like, being a social butterfly, but I think it was meant to be for me to be there. So yeah,
To feel appreciated because you've worked
to
so
feel
hard.
appreciated, to answer questions in a way that hopefully makes sense to people. Because you can have questions. It's totally fine. You might not want to hear the answers that I say, but they were receptive, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
what I can do, right? It's
Yeah.
like, I can do
You did,
anything.
you know what? You did the best you could. You worked, you fought damn hard. And you got something. Sure, we're never gonna get right. In a perfect world, we'll always get what we want. We'll get everything. But you got, for the most part, you
Yeah.
got the one thing
Like what the
that
song says, you can always get what you want.
and then the one thing though that everybody agreed they wanted was that percentage, right? That
Yeah, you all wanted a raise. You all wanted a raise. And I'm gonna be let's see, let the people speak. I say
yeah.
we're gonna vote on it May 2nd through
And
4th.
everybody better come
And
out
everybody better come out.
and vote.
Because some people don't, and I guess this is how people think about in voting. Like, why should I vote this way when the other person's gonna win? Like,
Yes,
so
yes.
their no vote is just like I don't vote. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense. Like just vote. Like vote
Yes.
no or vote for that
Yeah.
politician, and then be don't be like, oh well, I knew that person was gonna win anyway, so I was gonna vote. Or what does it matter? It matters because if we get like say a majority vote, say it's
Mhm.
like a simple majority, like 51%, that's not really strong.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to rethink like what do we have to do. But if it's an overwhelmingly response and like 90% of
Yeah.
us want 80% said yes, that's a
Yeah.
stronger vote.
Yeah.
So I think don't discount your vote, don't discount your power. And especially I
Your
know,
power got you guys here. I mean, your power
yeah.
got you guys here.
And
So
nobody, come on, nobody, let's be honest, nobody goes into teaching to become rich. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
true.
You would have been an administrator by now, or you would have been another sector, like
Yeah,
private
exactly.
sector. Like, this
Exactly.
is not the place to be like, I want to make all the money.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of work. So, I mean, I'm not going to discount that either, but yeah. So moving on to the next thing. So if you didn't guess, our signs are I'm a Leo, but my rising and my moon are both Aries. So I'm fire, fire,
Ooh,
fire.
fire,
Fire, fire,
fire,
fire. I'm just
fire,
fire.
fire.
So I'm always hot all the time.
I love it. And I love what you say about having to like ground yourself with water. Like when you want to like come back
Yeah,
to
I
like
learned
that
that. Like
place.
I learned that from a shaman, and she was even looking at my art, and she's just like, I think you need to be around water, or like when you feel, like stressed
Yeah.
out, drink water, be around
Yeah.
water, touch water, turn on the faucet, and just
That is so
and that
interesting.
yeah, because it's like I can't go to a beach all the time. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not near a beach, so like I would love that, but I have to make do with what I have. So I've been being more conscious about that. But it's so interesting because um my so you have your sun, which is who you are. Like I
Mhm.
am this, so I am a Leo. And then your rising sign is how you present to
The
the world,
person and how you move through
how
the
you
world.
show up
Uh-huh.
in the
Yeah.
world. So
Yes.
I
Yes.
show up as an Aries,
Yeah. Fire.
fire. And so it explains a lot of immaturity has to do with
No, what passion, like drive, your drive and your
passion
passion to
and
like go.
ambitious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yes.
also it's my moon sign. Your moon sign is like how you deal with your emotions. How do your emotions show up?
Ooh, Aries too,
And
right?
so I'm
Okay,
Aries too. So
whoa.
that's where the baby comes out. Like, I'm
Interesting.
just like crying all the time.
Oh, that's not true. That's
I'm
not
the baby.
true. And like for me, right? So like I'm a Taurus sun and I'm a
Mhm.
Leo rising.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Which is funny because I'm like, oh, that makes sense now.
It
Like
makes
why
sense
that
how
is
you present yourself as a
yes.
very Leo vibe.
Because I'm like, I'm shy. And everyone's like, you're not
Yeah.
a child. I am.
Mhm.
And my moon is Libra. So it's very like I always want to be fair and everybody to be
You want to,
happy and like
yes.
harmony. And like it really like bothers me,
Yeah,
But
balance.
yes,
What's the balance? What's the fairness? And that's not
exactly.
necessarily
And
like
you can't
no,
make
it's not
decisions.
necessarily, capable like able to do that. Libras I found out recently are about aesthetics.
Yes, yes, that is true.
It's
Like the
all
way
about
they
optics.
look. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
So I have the
So I don't know how what
Venus.
that means about like emotions. I guess like when you think, I guess you're thinking like
I like beautiful things, right? Like I
yeah,
like the feel of things and the look. But then that all wraps up into the
Taurus
Venus
too.
thing too. So it's kind of like
Yeah, it's
everything.
all
It's
together.
all yes, the feel, the sensations, the way things look. I'm not like I'm I'm drawn to those things or those things move me.
Yeah.
I think the one part of me that I probably when I realized it that I'm like, I realize why I do certain things is it's that Gemini Venus thing, right? Like, so my Venus is in Gemini, which is an air sign, which is always, it's just about communication and it's about intellect and it's about wanting to, I'm attracted to things or people that spark like that intellectual
Mm.
thing. And I think that it's hard to pin me down, in relationships because I think I have that airy quality where you can't keep me in a box. You can't, I got to be free. I have to,
Yeah,
you know,
because is Libra an air sign?
Libra's an
Yeah,
air sign
right. Because
also.
Virgo is a earth sign. Okay.
Yes. So it's tough.
You have an interesting combination, I think, but it makes sense that you have to consider all of these things because you're not just one thing, right?
No, I mean, we have all of our other planets too, right? We have
Yeah.
like,
So that's a whole other
yes, the whole, you could deep dive, but then when you look,
rabbit hole.
it
But I would,
makes sense.
yeah, I would like one day. I think I'm gonna one day to take an like astrology class
Ooh,
because I would want to know more, or
you should.
I want to do that. I know one of my friends has, so that's why I was like, hey,
Okay,
she
interesting.
knows how to like read charts and stuff like that. So other Leos and so the topic is like our signs, but like I'm wondering, like, do you know like other signs that are your sign that show up in your life? So other Leos in my life, I like the Leos that I come across with,
Oh,
but
okay.
and not but and I tend to not be close friends with them. Yeah,
Really?
I don't have
You
best
so you
friends
know
that are.
them, but
I
you
know them and I like them, but they're not in my closest circle
well, there's only room for
because
one
there's only
son, girl.
one
For one son,
That's a
girl.
lot.
And that's their universe, and
That's
they got
that's
that.
your universe. Stay in your universe. But I have a healthy respect of them. We have the same kind of humor.
Yeah.
I think most of them seem, laid back. But
Yeah.
we do have that fiery quality that if you put, you keep on poking the lion, you're gonna get the bear. So it's like, I think like that. In terms of Taurus, I have a lot of Taurus people around me. Like,
Is that
oh my gosh, like, geez. And so, off the bat, like, I, I am attracted to Taurus people as friends because I think they're like really fun and they do have that laid back quality that I need. They're not like really high
that
strung.
earth? They have that earth,
Yeah,
like
it's
just
like things are gonna be great. It's fine. They like fashion and glamming up. Like at least my Taurus people. Um, I'm trying to think. They're just like I think they're just like great people around. And that's just weird because well, my husband's a Taurus too, but like they say that Leo and Taurus are not compatible, and I could see why. It's just too
okay.
like for us to be living together and all the decisions together. It's like a battle of like who's the boss, and you just have a one that's not as dramatic as the other.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that maybe the rising signs and all that other stuff wants to
Mhm.
come into play, right? Because maybe, your husband's those signs in him match well with your
Yeah,
Aries. You know what I
probably.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, my son is a Taurus.
Mm.
It's funny, like I
Mhm.
find that male and female signs have different even though they kind of have the same, I find
Yeah.
that the men have probably it's less not positive. It's like they're I find the women have more of like the qualities that are like very positive and the men
Mhm.
have it's the little darker side of them.
Yeah.
Because I am not like male Tauruses. I get along with, but then I don't in romantic where we just don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
get together. I think you're the only oh my dad was a Leo, so that
Mhm.
but I think I only have room, like you said, I only have room for one son. Like I honestly
You
cannot.
can't have too many Leos in your life.
I think you're the only Leo I know that like is in my life that's close to me. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, for one, the sun keeps me warm. I don't need anything else.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's
You know?
smart because yeah, I mean I think I don't know if they require a lot, but it's just a lot. So Like
And we're chill,
it
so
has to
I
be
like that.
balanced. It
Like
has to be a balance.
I like that you're outgoing and that you inspire. That fire like
Um,
drives us to like want to be better and do better, and you push us to like action. That's just, I
mm,
feel like your energy pushes us to action, and I feel like people like Tauruses need that because we're very like, do I want to lie in bed? Like, do I want? I
yeah.
don't really want to do the thing that I'm supposed to do. But like the universe
But I
pushes
feel
you
like
there.
Tauruses are like down to earth. Like the ones that I know are pretty
Mhm.
down to earth. They're pretty easy to talk to, and like I haven't had any difficult like Tauruses like off the bat when you meet them.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty easygoing and easy to like. They're easy to like. So like they're not too high strung. Like I said, like where it's like you have to like check up a whole bunch of boxes to be their friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Just feed us, feed us,
Exactly,
and, like,
exactly.
make us comfortable, and we're
Exactly. They're good. They're like that's what I like about they're good. Like it's the food and comfort.
That's right. Like good music, good food, like
Make
good
you change your
everything.
attitude
Yeah.
like that.
I could
That's
be
what's
mad. I
easy.
could be
Yeah.
super mad, but if you make me laugh and you feed me, like,
Oh
oh
my
my God,
God.
I'm just like,
Johnny is the same way. The same way. It's like, oh, now you're talking nicely to me because you're hungry.
so easy. We're so easy. Scratch our belly. We're
Exactly.
good.
Yeah, or let them sleep. Go ahead.
And I think the biggest misconception is that the laziness, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think the laziness comes from we just love our comfort, right? Like we love being
You work
comfortable.
hard to get to that bed. Like you're
Yes.
like what did they say? The hardest working lazy person in the whole zodiac. That is so true because Johnny works damn hard. Like
Yeah.
I said, he was sleeping in his
Yes.
car this morning. But he's also like when he has that moment of like, I'm not working again,
Yes.
he's like
Our
turn
brain shuts
everything off.
down.
Yeah.
It's like,
Turn everything
yes,
off. Like
yes.
I don't want to think hard. I don't want to make decisions. Like
Me and my
whatever you
better,
want.
me and my better in a love affair. We are like, we're having a clandestine relationship. Me and the better.
Instead of running to the gym or running to the bed.
Exactly. That's why I don't, the eight of wands is wrong. The eight of wands is wrong. I have no energy. No.
All right. We're ready for the next segment.
Of this?
Yes.
What do you think of this episode? What do you want G and I to talk story about? Leave us a message or comment on our social media. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please rate us so we can receive more visibility and grow our audience. We'd love to hear from you. You can leave a comment on our social media pages like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Search for the Coconut Connection. Our handles are in the show's notes. Or email us at coconutconnection, the number 2, at gmail.com. I was going to ask you, I noticed
Mhm.
that on uh Anchor was
Mhm.
now not
It's
bought.
now
Spotify.
Spotify.
My daughter looked at my phone. She goes, "Why do you have two things that look the same? Because it's Spotify's thing, and then
Mhm.
the podcasters is
Mhm.
purple." And
Yeah.
she thought I had like a secret program. She's like, "What is your thing?" I'm like, "What? You're always so skeptical. You're also so
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know."
They changed over and
What do you think? What do we think about?
I mean it's the same, but
Yeah.
the good thing is like well, if you when we publish to Spotify, it's still free.
Yeah.
When we publish to Spotify, we can actually publish like whole songs but
Oh,
you can only hear it on Spotify. So that's kind of cool. Like if we had our playlist or
okay.
whatever. Um,
Plug for Anchor here. Then
yeah. The only thing is they're like they didn't give us our money. Like it's gone.
What?
I mean, we only have $40 over the last four
Are
years.
you but still.
Yeah, I was like, I got on help and like I couldn't like they couldn't answer me. They're like,
That
there
is
any way I can get my
wrong.
money? Because I promoted Anchor. But trust me, guys, it wasn't like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
literally like $41 and
That's
something
still a lot.
change.
That's a
Yeah, no, that's how I was like
feat.
looking. But I think it was like if we didn't have it, we had to have at least 100 followers on Spotify. We're like
Oh,
nine
okay.
short.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So whatever.
That's okay. You
It's
know what?
okay.
We're
It's
not
okay.
about we're not
Yeah.
about trying to build our
No,
listeners. I
no.
mean, we just we're doing this because we love doing it.
Yeah, we
You
doing it for the
know,
people that do listen to us. So I was like, you know what? It's
yes.
okay. It's fine. And it was free. So, it's fine.
But not it's easy. It's easy. Like
Yeah,
Anchor
it's
just
totally
okay.
easy.
I know
Yeah.
someone that wants to do one. That's
Oh,
why, like,
okay.
I'm,
They should
I'm,
they
yeah,
should
I told them about the,
the platform.
Anchor, and yeah, and I said check it out because it's very, easy.
Not sponsored by
I know.
Spotify for Spotify for
Jingle.
podcasters. I know. All right. So Jade Explores.
Okay, so this was one of the things that was on
Mm.
my thing to do. It was the NASCAR stock car ride alongs.
Uh-huh.
And this is in Irwindale, the
Yes.
Speedway. And there's different
Cool.
places. There's San Bernardino, they have one, and a couple of other places. So it was very interesting because I went first thing in the morning
Mhm.
and I was a little nervous. I was like, you know
Mhm.
what? Maybe I'll just say that I'm sick, like,
Mhm.
I was like, I'm not sure because it's nerve wracking to go. You don't know what to expect. And
Yeah.
but I love going fast. I love things like roller coasters, anything, with speed I like. So
Mhm.
I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. So we'll go in, and it seemed like to be run by like family and friends. It's
Mhm.
definitely a white sport, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
there were a lot of men there that were
Yeah.
there with their wives or girlfriends because you can do an experience where you can drive yourself, like you could drive the car. And I would have done that. I thought that you needed to know stick shift, right?
Mhm.
But they said that they have automatics.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
so you can drive yourself around the laps.
Mhm.
I don't know though, after being in the car that I would do that because it is very sensitive. Just
Oh.
any movement.
Yeah.
I don't think I could reach the pedal
Like
out there.
everything's like power.
Yes,
Right?
yes. It's very to just like it's a hair trigger almost. The brakes are very sensitive. Um, and it's just kind of like to have too much power. I don't know that I'd be able to handle that.
Mhm.
And I wanted a professional driver to take me around. So it was great. So you go in and then they fit you with like this jumpsuit. And I thought, oh man, you know how I feel about like one piece like jumpsuits. I'm like, but
It's a Libra.
and I know
This is not gonna look cute on me.
it's
So
not. I was like, but girl, can I tell you, I was pretty snatched in that thing.
okay, good, good.
I took a photo. I'm trying to get the video and everything like uploaded, but my husband's been sick, so he hasn't
Mhm.
been. We're trying to like get all the videos so that we can upload it into
Yes.
into our YouTube.
Uh-huh.
But when I put it on, I was like, okay, it was a little struggle to get on because the ankle part and the wrist parts are a little fitting because they want it like fitting.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I look pretty cute. So I got that on finally. And then when we went outside, they took a picture. And it was
Mhm.
just so it was a lot of men, of course, on the track,
Yes.
young guys. But yeah, they were like, okay, so okay, you gotta like you can't there's no door. So you have to go through the window like your Dukes
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Hazzard
yeah,
type
yeah.
of thing. So it's funny. So I'm like, do you have like a step stool?
Yeah, like a step stool
Yeah.
ladder or something.
And they're like, oh, we don't have that. Cause I'm like, of course, and the poor girl was looking around for it. And she's a tiny girl. And he's like, no,
Mhm.
you're just gonna have to like help her into the car. I'm like, oh my gosh,
No.
she's gonna get hurt. Yeah, I don't want to do this. I was like, okay,
I know.
willpower. I have
Well,
to get
this
my
looks so
foot.
ugly.
Yeah. I'm like, oh,
This
no,
does not look
it's
cool
not
at
cute.
all.
Look, with the helmet, but not cute. So I don't know
No.
how I got my foot onto the windowsill. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that was fine. So then I was able to pull myself. They have roll bars and all
Okay.
the. So it's very tight, girl. Like
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't know how I had to like Tetris myself
Yeah.
into the window, and my head got stuck, and I'm like, I can't.
Oh my God, no.
So
I would have felt like claustrophobic
no,
already.
it's really like tight, and then
I would have been like panicking.
right, it was,
Mm.
but it was exciting. So I was still kind of the adrenaline was going, and I finally got
Mhm.
myself in. But where the seat is, there's like metal plates
Mhm.
that like are around you. So it's like protecting almost like your
Yeah.
ribs and
Yeah.
then your legs, and you have to really squeeze yourself into there. And because I was short, the metal part that goes around my ribs were hitting into my like underarms. I was like, and the guy's like, well, if you can fit your arms in there, go ahead. I'm like, yeah, dude, no, have you seen these arms? They aren't gonna get in there, right? So, you get in and it's snug.
Mhm.
And then the guys the guy comes in, and there's a guy that has to strap you in because
Mhm.
they actually put a neck brace on you, and
Mhm.
you don't realize how much your neck does move in this thing. Um, but that thing really helped because, well, I'll get to that part. But the guy straps you in, and it's almost like a roller coaster, but everything's tight. He gets in your personal space, and he's like
Mhm.
touching places. It's fine. He's not doing
Yeah.
it, but it's really secure. And he's like, okay. And then the guy's like, if you want him to slow down, hit this bar. And I'm thinking, they don't even know. Like, I want to go faster. Like, I was looking for
Yeah.
faster. So at first, so we get in, and he's like, "Are you ready?" And I think someone starts the car on the outside. I didn't
Mm.
realize how it works, but I think they're cranking something on the outside. That's what my husband said too, because he was filming the whole thing. Um, but then once it was loud. It was super
Mhm.
loud. I have video from inside
Yeah.
the car. And then we went, and we were the first ones out. So I was thinking that this track, we were going to go on the big track, right? Because I want to feel how fast you go on the straightaway. But no, it was the littler track, which fine, because you could still feel how fast you were going, because we were
Yeah.
going like over 200. Like, but you don't feel that when you're sitting there,
Yeah.
except when you're looking at the wall. Because he drives super close to the wall because he has to cut the corner. And I'm just like, what if like any
Yeah.
like but I had a smile, like the perma smile on my face. Like I would have laughed, but I was conscious of the fact that the guy was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the camera was on. So it all went too fast. It really did. Like
Mm.
I enjoyed it, but I think it did not make me sick, but the motion, like it must have got to me because after I stopped, like throughout that whole day, I kind of had like not I wasn't feeling ill, but it was like I felt off a little bit.
Mm.
Like, and I don't know if it's the jostling of the head or the
Mm.
tension or what
Yeah.
it is. But it was, but yeah, it ended all too fast. Would I do it again? Yes, I would do, but I would drive myself. I think I really want to
Oh,
try
really?
driving myself.
Wow.
But I think Johnny, if he likes that, he can
Yeah.
go if he wants to drive fast because he knows how to drive stick shift.
Yeah.
So he totally could like.
Yeah. That's true.
It's a great experience. But then squeezing into that car, that's
Yeah.
true.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know that he'd want to do that.
Yeah.
Have you ever done?
No, no desire to do that. I
Yeah.
don't like going fast.
Okay.
Like no.
Really?
I can't even do roller coasters anymore. I last time I went in, I was like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. And why am I
Wow.
doing this? And like even when like I think it was I don't know, one ride the last ride I went to where they kind of like click you in
Yes.
like a whole bar is like squeezing you in.
Yes.
I was like I felt claustrophobic. I was like, get me out of here. And then I thought the ones where you dangle your feet would be not as bad.
Yes.
No, that was like worse. I was like, what if my slippers fall out? You know what I
I
mean?
know.
I was like,
Well, that's what the worst slip.
I know. But then I was like, but then I feel so naked. Like, what if like, I don't know, I run into a tree or something, like, and there goes my feet. Yeah, I
That's
can't do
interesting
that.
that you don't.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like fast things. I don't like when people drive fast. Like if I'm in the front, I don't because I'm like, oh no, I have to look outside. I have to look somewhere else.
Yeah, I only trust. That's why I was like, I only
Yeah,
trust my
but
life with professional drivers. I definitely want to do a bigger track, so I might do the one in San Bernardino
that would
just
be cool.
to try the longer drag.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I want to feel it. I
Like go
want
as
to
fast as
feel
you
how
can and
fast.
straight away.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Give me speed. I have a need.
For
The need for
speed.
speed. But yes, that was my grand adventure.
Okay, that's cool. That sounds
Yeah.
totally cool.
Yes.
So I gotta tell Johnny about that.
Yes. And so whatever.
I will be there as a bystander and supportive.
Yes. It's so loud, girl. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
loud. But like,
Yeah, my friends, they like to go to the speedway. They have like a lot of different events and stuff like
at
that.
Pomona, in Pomona.
No, in Irwindale.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so the only time I went to Irwindale was to go during COVID.
Okay.
And they had like a drive-through like Christmas thing.
Oh,
They're going like
where you
3
drive
miles per
slow.
hour. Exactly. That's the only time I went to that speedway. I was like, all right. All right. Well, that's the end of our podcast. We post I try to post new episodes every Sunday, if not every other Sunday.
Mhm.
Please check out our YouTube channel if you're listening to us on just our podcast. And that's it. We'll see
Right.
you
Until
next
our
time.
next
I
adventure.
know. We'll see you next
Bye.
time. Bye.